Shout out to Colby and his women time that he is on.
Yeah, Colby, we have to have a talk, okay? And we decided not to even. We're blindsiding you here, but you're not under attack. But we need to know what your thought process is, because classic Colby is, if I say, Colby, are you ready to go? Colby doesn't say, yeah, I'll be ready in an hour or so. Colby says, I'll be ready in 3 minutes and 42 seconds. But then usually you're not quite there. So I want to know in your head, what makes you have to give like this specific time crunch? Where do you come up with your answer? We want to know.
Well, today I looked at the clock and it was 8:08, and I thought I could get downstairs and make a drink and come up, but then, hey, I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't know.
So you Rain Man this shit instantly, equation in your head. You say downstairs takes 15 seconds, bathroom piss takes 42 seconds. Guys, I'll be there in 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was more of a round number. I just said 8:15, looked at the clock. I can probably be there at 8:15. I think I was 8:21.
No, it's 8:28 right now.
Well, I've been here.
Well, let's
Kyle,
look
Kyle,
at some stats.
Kyle.
Let's look at some stats. So there's a difference between you guys and me. Like, I've been working with Colby for the last few years, so I know when he says 5 minutes, I'm like, all right, he'll be here in 25. But so, rolling out of bed, sucking today's dick. Just woke up at 8:08. Give me.
That's
5.
what I said. 8:08.
And so you were not here at 8:13. Explain this.
I just said that. I just said I went downstairs and it took longer than I thought to go to the bathroom. I made a drink. I walked up here.
But this is what I like to tell people about Colby.
That's 5 minutes, so I don't see how that's such a big deal.
I'm
Colby's like, fuck you guys.
No,
I'm really confused. Like,
this is going to be something nice. I'm going to say something nice, so just fucking soak it in. Colby is the type of person who's he's a social butterfly, lots of people like him and enjoy his presence. And he's just the type of person that loves, like, helping people. He doesn't like letting people down, which is kind of his downfall. He doesn't like letting people down. So if I was like, dude, let's hurry and do this. When can you be here? He'll be like, I'll fucking be there in 10 minutes. You know, he's like, I'm going to fucking get there in 10 minutes. I ain't going to let Kyle down. But in reality, like, it was physically impossible for him to be here in 10 minutes, you know?
Right.
But his mindset is like, he's like, man, I don't want to fucking let him down. You know, he's the most helpful guy of all time. And like, but sometimes his brain processes things a little faster than I guess faster,
slower,
but
slower.
It also doesn't help that he's not a numbers guy. Like, the other day he's like, because we were talking about this cryptocurrency shit. He's like, holy shit, dude! If you bought in at like 2 cents and it went up times 100, he's like, you would have. That's almost like $2 million. And I'm like, no, dude, your fucking math is way off. Like, he knows he's not a math guy. So I don't even know if Colby grasped the concept of even 5 minutes. So, I mean, it's not his fault.
I refer to Colby as the shirt off his back guy. I just think of Colby, he'd give you the shirt off his back if you needed it.
Even if he didn't have a shirt.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's my problem. I would try to find a shirt somewhere.
Yeah, he'd be like, somebody would call and be like, or you know, when people post on Facebook, like, hey, can somebody bring me a truck and help me move? And Colby would be the first guy that's like, I got I haven't seen you for 10 years. Fuck yeah, I'll be there. And then he shows up an hour later with no truck, and the dude's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, he's in a Prius.
Yeah. But he still showed up when nobody else would. That's the thing.
We love you, Colby.
Hey, I'm sorry about the time. I've been trying to get better at it. It's funny you bring it up. I do it. I do it all the time still.
Yeah, man, this is an intervention for you, because you said the other day, oh yeah, dude, I got the new highlight ready, because we post.
This is all about the highlight, Colby. That's where all this is coming from.
We post highlights of the show on Facebook to promote the show. And
hey, the highlight is dope though. It's basically just Kyle making fun of everybody.
It's actually done.
I have 80 seconds. Well, no, that's not me guessing a time. I'm saying I have 80 of the seconds.
Colby, when will the highlight be on the Facebook page?
I'm not giving an ETA because me and Kyle have to go to the.
You gave an ETA last night.
Hey, man, I went over to Kyle's house. We got life to live.
Do have life to live. Burns, what are you talking about women time? What is women time?
When they say I'll be ready in 15 minutes, but really that's just about an hour. You just add 45 minutes onto it.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay. All right.
I don't really think it's like I don't. Yeah, it's not really my wife, but
mine
it's more,
either.
It's more like it's just like sometimes it's just those fucking couples, like just don't grasp like the concept of like you said you're gonna be there at 4, like why the fuck you rolling in at 4:15? It's like
Right.
So one of our I can think of 2 friends, like some other friends who we kind of just started being friends with in the last few years, like they're a big group of friends. Like me and Rachel came and. Rachel works with one of their wives, and so that's how now we're like pretty good friends with all of them. But there's a couple that they call it Kessler time, because like these fuckers are never on, like they're on their own damn schedule. So they'll have like dinner at 5 and they'll be there at 5:30, and they're like people don't even care because they're like, oh, Kessler time, like they do their own thing. Same with one of me and Colby's good friends. It's like we have this school, right? Both our kids are in this little like preschool thing, like farm preschool or some shit. And it's awkward because there's only one road in to their house, and there's a roundabout that everybody parks in, and there's only that same one single lane road out. So if somebody comes late because they open the door at fucking 9 o'clock every morning, like if somebody's coming in 5 minutes late, then it's awkward because you're leaving while they're trying to come in, and there's no like shoulder and stuff. Somebody's got to back all the way up. But our friend Jared, that motherfucker is late every single day. Him and his wife are late probably 80% of the time. I'm like, don't you just feel weird having all these people like having to back up and like shit, like figure it the fuck out. But then I realized like it's just some people just don't grasp the concept of time like others. Like I like to show up 10 minutes early to everything.
It's a challenge for me to make sure I'm on time or early.
Yeah,
Like
especially when you got
thing.
kids and shit. It
Yeah.
definitely changes everything.
I'm always early, but I think everyone has a friend or knows a couple that is always late. I have a friend who is legitimately every event we invite him to, every get together, he is at least an hour late. So we just tell him.
You tell him to get together starting at 8 instead of 7, even though it started at 7.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one thing though. I've never been an hour late to something. I think my worst is like probably 45 minutes. An hour,
It's
I
just
would give
impossible to plan things with these people. Like I'll invite him to come to a wild game with me every once in a while. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'll pick you up." I was like, "Dude, you're never gonna get here on time. Meet me down
Won't
there."
see the game.
Yeah, just meet me
Colby's go-to line whenever I'm like, dude, where are you? He's like, fuck, man, I've hit every single light. I'm behind a school, but like, it's just always like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just curious when you're gonna be here.
I've gotten better at that though. I've gotten better at that though, because the other day I almost texted you on the way to the driving range, which I did actually get there before you because I planned better. But I was about to text you like, son of a bitch, I took a different way, and I got stuck behind the people going to school again. So every like 3 or 4 lights, the bus stops and loads on kids. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be
That's
late.
right. You blast by those fuckers with the lights flashing.
Hit the nos.
Yeah, quick story. I got cum in my eye.
What?
I got cum in
That's
my
the
eye
story.
for the first
That's
time.
it. That's the punchline.
For the first time, I got cum inside my eye.
Seriously?
Yep,
Did it hurt?
Like your cum or somebody else's cum?
my own.
I thought you were gonna say it was Colby's, but proceed.
That's weird. That's why. Yeah. So I remember like.
That's where all the tension came from.
So from like a few like girlfriends way in the past, like semen is definitely like an irritant to the eye. So I was like super concerned, but I was in the shower and me and my wife were doing our thing, yada yada yada, and she's not on birth control, whatever. So yeah, I pulled the hot dog out, and I freaking got it on like my finger hair. I thought I rinsed off my hands and everything good enough, And then I went to go wipe my eye like 3 minutes later. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then I kind of like put 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, holy shit, I just got cum in my fucking eye.
Did you kind of celebrate a little bit?
I was like, holy shit, like this is like my first like I kind of feel gay moment. Like I literally got cum in my fucking eye. But then I was like, why is my ex-girlfriend from high school always bitch about me, getting shit in her eye? Because I'm like, this is kind of soothing.
Wow.
Great
All
story,
right.
Kyle. Great story.
So We changed this. I'm on our Twitter right now. Big shout out to anybody getting the big hot nut shirt still.
Nah,
People
man,
are
I gotta
tweeting
give a shout out to Montana for electing a man who is charged with misdemeanor assault for body slamming a reporter.
That's
I think it's
awesome.
hilarious.
Round of applause to them.
Well, I saw last night. His party, his group said that they scuffled and he grabbed his arm or whatever, and then you hear the audio and it's like dude's getting RKO'd, and then Fox News is there and they put out a statement. It's like, no, he grabbed him by the neck and body slammed him.
It's so funny because he had the audio of it and was claiming the guy who got body slammed was like, yeah, he body slammed me. And then the guy's campaign comes out and was like, oh, he grabbed his wrist and they scuffled. And then Fox News was like, no, we were there. He body slammed him for sure.
Yeah. The funny thing is, last night was election night, and he was so far ahead. Does anybody know if he won?
Yeah, he won.
He
I just
already
said that
had
he won.
The 200,000 votes were already in or something ridiculous.
So he is elected, and he's about to have assault charges.
Yeah. You know what's so funny is that Congress can choose not to seat him, and they can just ask him to resign. So they asked Paul Ryan, they're like, so yeah, if he wins, are you going to seat him? He's like, oh yeah, we'll seat the guy who Montana wants, even though he assaulted a reporter. Fantastic.
Wow. Since we're talking about politics,
Paul Ryan, man.
I just want to say one thing about this guy though. I read up about him, and I was like, this dude has some fucking batshit insane ideas. He doesn't believe in retirement.
You just work till you die?
I'm gonna read what his stance is on retirement. This man is a fucking lunatic. So, he has outlined his position on retirement by using the biblical example of Noah. This is a direct quote from this guy.
This is already going sideways. If you're quoting fucking Noah.
He's like, there's nothing in the Bible that talks about retirement, and yet it's been an accepted concept in our culture today. Nowhere does it say, well, he was a good and faithful servant, so he went to the beach. The example I think of is Noah.
God.
How old was Noah when he built the ark? 600?
Seriously?
Jeez.
We have a fucking adult who thinks a 600-year-old man built a boat.
Oh my
god.
god.
Montana, you're fucked.
Yeah,
You're
he
done.
also has donated to, let me find this real quick. Let's see. He has donated to some creation museum that states that the earth is less than 10,000 years old and that dinosaurs lived with humans. How do we let these people represent us, honestly?
Well, it's the same as that lady that is now in charge of all of the school systems. The one...
Oh, yeah.
What's her... Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
The
about.
one that has never stepped foot in a public school or just now stepped foot in a public school, and she's like 50. Yeah. That's the times we're in. And speaking of that,
in retirement, like,
what's
it's just common sense. Like, how's this old fuck gonna do something better than this young fuck?
He's like, yeah, we want this 83-year-old man to do manual labor. You know, he's got to work. Noah worked till he was 600.
What
would Noah do?
How did they let this dude win? Is there no one else that could oppose him and be like,
It's Montana, man.
But I'm saying there's no one else that could sit there and be like, yeah, this guy's an idiot.
I think it's more just because people in Montana don't give a fuck. Like, you're living in Montana because
it's Montana, once again.
But this man is worth like hundreds...
Segue, politics, crazy stuff going on. Are you guys going to vote for The Rock if he runs?
No.
Hell no. I ain't
Okay, here's your options.
Here's your options. Stupid,
you have Trump. Let's say Biden runs, and let's say The Rock runs.
Biden wins by 1 million.
I don't think so.
Is the ballot going to say The Rock or Dwayne Johnson?
I hope it says The Rock, man.
That would be the
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, someone else go. There's no way.
Well, we were talking, and like, I am in no form like a Trump supporter or anybody supporter. I'm like, I don't give a fuck supporter, but right. I obviously think it's a joke that some like Trump being a super rich, like basically reality star is our president. But I honestly think that it would be more of a joke to have The Rock being the fucking president, you know, just from the sense of like, at least like Trump has some like minor political back, like he's cool with.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have shit.
Basically, politics is like being friends with all the super rich people.
Okay, all right,
so
I'll give you that.
That's what I'm kind of going at. But like, The Rock would be just like, it's like being the president. It's like not. I mean, it's It's not like fucking happy-go-lucky type shit, you know? It's just like he's gonna be like the final call on like, hey, let's bomb the fuck out of this city, you know? Like
America loves their celebrities, though. I think if you made a constitutional amendment that says we are now going to choose our president by having a WrestleMania event, America would love it. The Rock versus Trump at WrestleMania.
Or just like voting on Twitter, people would be like,
just a poll.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll vote on Twitter.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Donald Trump is our president. So to throw it out and say, no, it would never happen, I think that's foolish. I think that's dumb. I've read the articles. The Rock is being serious about that he's considering it. He's weighing his options. And I'm calling it now. If The Rock runs and somehow gets through all the whatever, how that process works to even get to the primaries or whatever. Yeah, or whatever it is. If he gets on the dance floor, the spotlight, and up against Trump, The Rock would be our president. I promise you. There's no doubt about it.
Why is America so obsessed with celebrities and rich people? Like they just think because he's a celebrity.
They emulate them. They want to be them.
Yeah, I guess so. But imagine The Rock being president, though. He's an entertainer and a good one at that, the highest paid actor. But does he even know? Does he even know shit about politics? Like guys that have come into his office and be like, "What do you think about this year's budget?" And he'd be like, "I don't know shit about that."
But
let's do some push-ups.
I might get a little hate here, but let's take a look at The Rock's career. I mean, yes, he's the highest paid actor and stuff, but I mean, he's entertaining. But for how much longer? He's done everything. Like he's like Kevin Hart.
Anything he touches is
I'm not saying that's like
electric.
Well, Kevin Hart's the same way. Like every time he's in a movie, he still makes all that money, but like he's in his window, like The Rock can go do it where he's an action dude, says a couple lines, does the comedy, does a couple things, but like there's no way he could. I'm with Burns. If he was really in I think we'd be more screwed than Trump.
We're not talking about qualifications. We're talking about reality of he would get enough votes to be the president.
Dude, he's been in the limelight even before we had social media. Like he's never I would say Kevin Hart's a whole shitload different because Kevin Hart's just one character. You know, The Rock. Like I fucking love The Rock ever since I watched him in WWF. But
Rudy Poo candy ass.
Yeah, I mean that's what. But now that I think about that, I mean that's pretty much what the president is based. I've always said it, and that's why I could give a fuck less about voting. You know, we could go into how I don't think my vote really counts for anything, but
right.
But I mean, basically, that's what you're supposed to be as president. You're supposed to just be like The Rock he'd fucking get people pumped up to join the army. You know, like. That's basically what you're supposed to be. You're just a fucking puppet with, all these people whispering and sticking their hand up your ass, It's like Trump can say he wants to do all this stuff, but he realistically doesn't make final decisions, and neither would The Rock. So I think it'd actually be kind of cool to see The Rock in the White House just fucking, that'd be sweet to see a debate. Because, he would just go full character. I'll tell you right now,
this next one's going to be, You saw the shit show and how popular it was on all the channels and social media. This next one's going to be even more of a three-ring circus.
Which is like what Burns said. Why? Why do people
America
do though?
America is obsessed with entertainment.
They're obsessed with
They'd rather be entertained than politics.
I do.
The smacketh down.
I will agree with you on that, Jimmy, that if he does get there, even with what I said, that he might have already ran his thing to what he is, if it came down to a debate, it could get interesting where it'd be funny enough that all he needs is a few other people to switch. Like, oh, why not? I'll take his side.
I think out of the four of us, no, I got a good option, Jimmy. Out of the four of us in the next election, out of the four of us, only one will be qualified to run for president, and that would be Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yep.
You got to run, man. You got the qualifications. The three of us aren't going to be 35 years old or older.
No, but I can bring you guys on in my cabinet. So I would probably let's see what are cabinet options here. Hold on, I'm gonna dub each one of you.
Make me the ambassador of a really boring but very warm comfortable country.
Presidential cabinet. While I'm doing this, if you had to pick between Kanye, The Rock, and Trump, who are you voting for?
Jesus
Rock.
Christ. Yeah.
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock, I guess, yeah.
By default.
Fucking Kanye. Why would anybody vote for Kanye?
That would be the worst.
You
I
would
don't-
be surprised how many people would probably
dude
vote
is a
for Kanye.
lunatic. Yeah,
But
lots
that
of
would
black
be
people.
that would be
here
the
we
worst.
go. Here we go. So there's 3 of you. There's 15 cabinet positions, like the core cabinet positions. So we're going to take the top 3. The VP, the Department of Treasury, and the Department of Defense. So
Well, I
who's
already
going to be
know.
my VP?
I already know I'm not Treasury because I think that has to do with money and counting and shit.
Math.
Yeah.
Burns would be the VP.
Burns VP. Who's going to be my Treasury?
Kyle's got to be Treasury.
I mean,
And you're going to be Defense? So you're going to be in charge
I'd
of...
be defense.
Yeah, just put me in default as Treasury, I guess.
Well,
I guess.
no, I can put you in charge of like Department of Agriculture or
Actually-
Housing and Urban Development.
What was the other one? What was the other one?
Justice, Interior, Agriculture, Commerce, Labor, Housing and Urban Development, Transportation, Energy.
Let's
State.
do transportation. I'll do
Defense.
transportation if that's cool with
No,
you,
Jimmy,
President.
I don't want to be VP. Make me the ambassador of like a tropical country. Like send me to the Caribbean to be the ambassador
Aruba?
of like
The ambassador of Bora Bora.
ambassador of Aruba. I just hang out all day.
Yeah. That'd be
Dubai.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Dubai.
Though? We could do the podcast from the Oval Office.
I guarantee you it'd be number 1 on the charts.
Hell yeah, it would. That would be something.
If not, you would just make it the number 1 on the charts.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd sign an executive order.
Yeah. Hey, iTunes.
That do comedy. Or okay, well, there's also the Attorney General. Who would want to be my Attorney General?
Fuck that, man.
Sounds important.
So there's a
It is
video.
important.
There's a video that I found last night. Let me show you guys real quick. I ended up cutting the end off where there's just pools of blood around her head. But watch this one real quick.
No, I don't want to watch it.
No, it's from a distance, so it's not bad.
You're lying.
No, it's fine. I took
No,
out
he-
the-
'cause he-
it's on
'cause he
it's on
posted it.
Facebook. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not bad. Let me know.
I'm watching.
Sausage.
What's going to happen to her?
She's just banging her head against the gas
Oh
station.
my God, what is she doing?
She's fucking going to town.
Zombie.
So we
Is she
posted
on
this
bath
last night.
salts
It
or
was.
something?
I'm convinced it's a zombie because if
Zombie.
for you listeners, what they're watching is it's somewhere in Mexico, and this dude's driving in traffic, and they spot some lady, and then he starts filming, and she's just fucking repeatedly just smashing her forehead into the wall. There's
Ugh.
like blood all over.
Like a
at
concrete
first, I thought
wall.
it was fake, but not the video I showed you because I edited I edited it out. But some dudes finally grab her, and then they have her on the ground, and there's just like, when there's like just a little bit of blood, and then the blood almost kind of looks like it's like chunky, like there was
Ugh.
fucking tons of blood around her, but she still seemed conscious, and so now I posted on Facebook yesterday, and I got everybody convinced that she's a zombie, even though it's probably drugs. I guess the story is she tried to
PCP.
jump in front. She tried to jump in front of a bus, and then somebody stopped her, so she was mad, and so she just decided to annihilate her face. So, but she definitely was on something, because I don't know how you could do that repeatedly so many times without being on anything.
That's
Yeah,
rough.
like you would think at some point after hitting your head the 5th time, your body would take over and be like, yeah, let's stop doing this. But if you're on PCP, who knows?
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of that, I've got a buddy. We're going to have him on the show sometime. He's a cop here in my city. He's also on SWAT, and he was telling me a story about a lady at a nightclub that was on PCP, and and she's a big lady, and him and another guy, they have to like wrestle her to the ground, and this dude's big, okay? I mean, this guy's a big boy, and she's like got superhuman strength, and they're trying to get her arms behind her hands behind her back so they can put cuffs on her, and they finally get the cuffs on her, and she's like screaming and she's like trying to Hulk whatever, and she starts to like rip her hands through she's pulling so hard that the cuffs are like shaving her skin and bones and shit off. Yeah. And she was on PCP.
You know what's interesting about PCP, now that we're talking about PCP, is like experiences. That's like the one I've never seen someone on. Well, at least I don't think I have someone on PCP. And it's also not like a drug that you've heard any of your, like you hear friends that are like, oh yeah, I tried this, I tried that, or oh, my buddy tried this, or I know someone. PCP just seems like it's crazier than meth, man.
It's like the drug that you always see like people naked in the streets on.
Oh, like bath. Remember bath salts
while they're naked.
Bath
sounds like a good
salts,
time, man.
A guy.
Yeah, there was like a month where bath salts in Florida were just was like the rage.
I remember that.
That was fucking all over sweet.
Sounds like a good time, man. Sounds like
now
a good time.
fidget spinners.
Hey, so think about this. Think about this. What? I got a quick question here. You guys can take your guesses. What is one of the better methods to find out if your boyfriend is unfaithful or not?
Better methods.
Someone's probably gonna say feel their balls before and after.
No, this is actually a stupid
Stealing
fact.
Their phone?
It says there's a method stealing their phone.
Yeah,
there's a method to find out whether your boyfriend is unfaithful or not. This is from a study of women and boyfriends. Find out your boyfriend's IQ. Studies show that unfaithful men have lower IQs. That's that's so stupid.
Seriously?
Hey, sorry. That just seems like some crazy bitch would do. Like, hey, I was just looking at your fucking IQ and nigga, you cheating.
If your boyfriend's a dumb shit, he's probably cheating on you.
That's like some of the posts that we do where it's it will start off in like a Facebook conversation and then it starts escalating and when like they're calling each other out. It's all that's someone who would believe that test. No, like, I took it. I checked the IQ
23. Fucking. Oh, it's did you know that men spend over almost a year of their lives staring at women?
That's way off.
I think it would be more.
Same.
I mean,
who comes up with that?
A year of your life? I mean, that's a long fucking time.
Well, okay, break it down into months. So average, 30 days in a month. Okay, that is.
How are you breaking it down?
24 hours.
I mean, it's just 12
like
months.
How often? Like, or you just go
12
like,
hours. Yeah.
You take a good guess on what you think average on day you spent staring at a woman. Like, it's not like 6 hours.
Like,
what are you
are they
doing?
like accounting for staring and watching porn?
I don't know. Maybe like looking at her ass in public. I don't know.
Because if they add like watching porn, that's going to make the numbers go up.
Yeah, according to this.
Yeah, porn can't be in that.
Yeah, that's not really. Yeah, according to this site, men lie 6 times a day on average, while women only lie 3 times a day. That's fucked up, and I don't know if that's entirely true.
How are they finding this out? It sounds like they're just making shit up.
Just like the last one.
If it's on the internet, it's true.
Yeah, like, hey, but when they have a source nobody at all. This is actually kind of cool. It's interesting to know that men with shaved heads are perceived 13% stronger and as an inch taller than men with hair. Huh. Fuck yeah.
Where are you getting this stuff from?
Kyle's just accepting that one because it's in his favor.
This one is it's in spinfold.com. Shout out. In India, a man married... This is one of the facts. In India, a man married a dog. That's literally all it says.
All right.
There's a dude in... the president of Thailand has his dog as like his secretary of defense.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Thailand, his drug policy is pretty wild.
Oh, dude,
still killing people?
His photo policy is wild too. You can do the drug one, and I'll do the photo one.
All right. Well, the drug one is so drugs are a big problem in the Philippines. Oh wait, we're talking about Thailand, right? I thought we were talking about Philippines.
Oh yeah. You can do that guy's crazy too. You can tell that story. The Thailand one's really short. It's just the dude. you can't post unflattering photos of the king, and he was wearing like a romper one piece, carrying his dog, eating an ice cream cone in a mall, and it had like see-through mesh on it, and people started posting it on the internet, and it's punishable by like freaking 40 years in jail if you're in Thailand. But if you post it, they tried to sue Facebook to get the picture removed.
What?
And you know how that works when you try and get something removed from the internet, it makes it more popular. So it's pretty funny.
Burns, do you wear rompers?
I don't even know what that is.
The one piece. It's a onesie for men. It's coming back. Like, it's a big deal right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely, every day, man. Stylish.
Kyle,
Burns, do
you
you even pay attention to what's going on the internet?
No,
anymore?
dude, he fucking watches hockey, eats, and does this podcast. And goes and plays intermediate hockey with his community.
So
That
can I
sounds
talk
like-
about the Philippines drug policy?
Sure.
All right. And just so everyone knows, just the other day, Trump praised this guy for his drug policy. So drugs in the Philippines are a big problem, users and sellers. Their policy is that citizens themselves, if they suspect anyone of using or selling drugs, they can murder them.
Yeah, there's hit squads.
No way.
Yeah, there's hit
Yep.
squads.
There's hit squads.
So if I suspected Burns was dishing out crack out of his...
It doesn't even have to be true,
house.
dude. You can just suspect me.
I can come up there and I can purge you.
You can murder me.
100%.
Huh.
And
And
Trump
the-
the other day was like, dude, you're doing a great job with the drug problem.
Huh.
What's interesting is that dude, when he won, like he hated America, but now he's like, oh, I like this Trump guy. So there you go. And he
So, Jimmy, do you think that's a good policy on drugs to allow citizens of your country to murder people indiscriminately?
Well, I mean, it's going to probably get rid of a lot of the bad people, right?
well, I guess a lot of drug dealers,
Basically
not,
murdering
dude.
people.
a lot
Of
of
course not.
a lot of drug dealers and stuff were just turning themselves in because they just didn't want to get murdered.
Well, then in that aspect, it's effective.
Oh no, it was definitely it was definitely working. It's not the right thing to do though.
Who am I to say what the right thing and the wrong thing is?
Well, murdering
Just a-
people is probably...
I'm just a dude on a podcast.
Kyle, what do you think?
I think it's fucked up. Like, if I didn't like my wife and I wanted to kill her, I would
You
just
say she
plant
does
some weed
drugs?
in her pocket.
It's done. Donezo.
Getting around the laws.
Yeah, in 2016, he promised to kill tens of thousands of criminals, and he urged people to kill drug addicts. That's
It's fucked up.
yeah. In the early months, I'm trying to see how many people have been killed already.
Well, I mean, there's
Jeez,
all kinds of
dude.
stuff. Like where is it where if you steal something, like let's say if you
get
go,
your hand cut off.
yeah, you steal a loaf of bread, you get your hand cut off. I mean, that's pretty prominent. That's pretty.
In the country of Qatar, which is where the World Cup is in 2024, there was a woman who was on vacation. After she just finished her degree, she decided to take a vacation in Qatar, and she hooked up with someone. And she did not know that this man that she hooked up with was married, and they charged her with adultery, and she is sitting in prison.
Wow.
Well, ain't that some shit?
Oh, so
She
Burns,
should have done a better background check, right?
I mean, I guess so.
It looks like that's not going on anymore because the UN stepped in and they said that you can't give your citizens a license to kill. And he was like, fine, I'll leave the UN. They're like, no, that's not how it works, bud. So, yeah, there hasn't been any since that.
That's what happens when you give power to crazy people. Wait.
Yeah, we just did that.
Wait, what am I saying? What am I talking about?
Anyways, Colby, moving on. Colby, you had a topic today, I think?
Oh, yeah, I put it in there. It was, cool story about brand loyalty, and I want to know what brands that you guys would. Have we talked about that yet? Kyle didn't
No.
remember.
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay, so
My brands are DJI, Samsung.
yeah, so Kyle had a funny moment where we both were gonna watch this. The DJI launched a new drone, like they're the people who have the most popular drones in the market, whatever. And like normal, I missed the thing because it was at 8 a.m, and I woke up late.
The
And I
presentation.
get a text from him. He's like, "I got the Spark. You better hurry, dude." And I'm like, "What? it's already out. So I just roll over, get on the thing, quickly buy this drone without even looking at it. And then it turns out he didn't even watch the video either. He just bought it sight on, like just for it launching. And we realized that, like, yeah, that's a pretty good brand loyalty that you'll just risk, $500 knowing that whatever they're launching with a conference or presentation is legit. So that was like on my moment that, oh, maybe we are loyal to a brand. And I'm pretty much the same thing with like Apple in a way, not to the point where if they do the S phone, I don't get that. But every like new number, I'm always like, yeah, why not? I'll go get that.
Yeah, I would say I'm loyal to Apple in that way.
Do you line up and wait for the new phone?
Hell no.
No, not that bad.
Then you're not really that loyal, Jimmy.
Okay, all right. I'm loyal to certain movie franchises.
Yeah.
If that's considered a brand, I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah,
like there's ones that you'll go see no matter what, right when
Absolutely.
it comes out.
My money is already spent for sure.
You got
I'm
your video
loyal
games.
to-
Your video games.
Yeah, I'm loyal to like video game publishers like EA. I'll always buy the new FIFA or Battlefield. Jimmy's loyal to Activision. He will always buy the new Call of Duty.
Always buy the Call of Duty. Yep.
I only buy Samsung TVs.
Samsung TVs are good. I've been big on. I mean, I've been most of my. If I looked around in my house, most of them are Vizios.
The Vizio's
So,
actually pretty good. They used to just be that bullshit Walmart.
Yeah.
But my father-in-law got like an 80-inch or 85-inch or some fucking just insane size TV. Like this was like 4 years ago. He just got it through his work because they had like their work credit card built up or whatever. And I was kind of like, fuck, he went Vizio. But I mean, they're all on par now.
You
Pretty
have
much.
to be nowadays.
Samsung. I'm trying to think of PlayStation 4 or Xbox One.
Xbox One.
Xbox
One, Microsoft.
But that being said, I probably won't buy the Scorpion Xbox. I didn't buy the little slim Xbox either. I think, yeah.
But with the two, it's just like I hate when people fucking argue, like which one is better. It's not the reason
like
that
Ford
I
or
enjoy
Chevy.
Xbox is like I prefer the controller. I've used the form of that controller for my whole life, and all my friends are on Xbox. Like, it's like people like these systems are so crazy now where it's like, okay, it's like the PS4 is more powerful, but like, what the fuck does that get you? And it's all
impossible to party up with people. You have to go through it's like a computer database on these dashboards. I don't even know where the hell to go.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are thinking about this all wrong. It's PC Master Race,
PC Master
and you
Race.
guys are console plebs.
Yeah.
No,
What the fuck that means.
I mean, I play all PC basically now, but I was the question had nothing fucking to do with PC.
Yeah, we didn't say shit about PC Burns. All right, I put this poll out on my Twitter last night. I put a poll about what is your favorite main pizza chain. What I did was I said best pizza chain is, and then I put Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, or other, and reply with your pick. And of course, most of the others were local chains, which of course are usually better. But are you loyal to a certain pizza?
No, I
If I
like
had to-
switching it up, but
Yeah.
Domino's is dog shit.
Yeah, Domino's is garbage. Papa John's is usually pretty good.
I
Papa
normally
John's
go
is
Papa
really good.
John's. I like
Papa
Papa
Murphy's
John's
is
is
good.
marinara. Papa John's is
Papa
marinara.
Murphy's is the way to go. Yeah, dude.
Cook it yourself.
Cook it
Yeah.
yourself.
Pizza Hut
Well, here-
deep dish, like pepperoni deep dish, is hard to compete with for any pizza.
I didn't know Pizza Hut was even relevant anymore.
So that's the thing with Pizza Hut. Like, sometimes it just sounds good because it's different. But the last time I had the Pizza Hut, it was so greasy that it like hurt me for the next day.
Yeah, I haven't had
So
it.
Domino's
for a while.
got 36%, Papa John's got 21%, Pizza Hut got 29%, and other got 14%.
Domino's is complete just horse shit.
I like
They're
their
good at-
crust.
they're
Their
good
crust
at
is like Parmesan bready.
Domino's is good at
Yeah.
marketing, though.
They switched their pizzas up when I was in college, and so that's more why I have this hate for them. But when me and Colby were in college,
Agreed.
they did a full like refresh of their pizza, and like I had it before the refresh, and it was pretty good. And then they changed ingredients and stuff, and it was just nasty.
They
And then they
didn't
switched it
work
back.
through. Yeah, they didn't really work through the the kinks before they launched it, and same story here. I was just like, what is this, dude?
Yeah,
This is
it was
garbage.
like a puddle of grease. Like the whole bottom of the pizza box was just
Ugh.
soaked with grease, and it just didn't taste right. Something was just
No,
completely off.
The cheese tasted like it didn't seem like it melted like the right way. It seemed like they just tried to quick melt it, so it was like not like stringy cheese. It was like burnt
Does
cheese.
anybody ever go Little Caesars?
Oh, dude, Little Caesars is fucking disgusting.
I don't.
You don't like you?
all
What
you
about
can
what
eat
about
places.
a fresh bag of crazy bread?
I mean, the crazy bread is good.
That stuff is good.
I've gotten Little Caesars once in the last year, and it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad.
Dude, you could get like
It's-
5 large pizzas for $25.
Yeah,
Do you buy
there's a
pizza, or
reason.
is it like all you can eat?
No, you
No,
buy
Little
like
Caesars
it's
is the
$5 for
$5
a
I'm thinking a
$5
round
topping.
table.
So Little Caesars, when it's hot and fresh, it's okay. But if you ever try eating cold Little Caesars, you're gonna have a bad.
Oh, I
you've
don't
got
think
a
you
50-50
can.
shot of getting that because they literally have them. Do you remember back in like the 80s or whatever, McDonald's would have all the burgers up there in chutes ready. Like they would have 10 cheeseburgers, 10 hamburgers, 4 Big Macs, and they would go off of like the sales per hour, and they'd be in chutes. So somebody come up and order, and they just turn around, grab a cheeseburger. And that's what Little Caesars does. They have like, if you go in a busy one, they've got like racks of pepperoni and cheese larges just ready to go. That's what they say, hot and ready. They're already there. You just go in and grab it.
It's like a gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, whoa. 7-Eleven pizza. Don't knock on gas station pizza. 7-Eleven
There's some good
pizza
gas
is
station
really
Yeah,
good.
the pizza by my house, so the gas station by my house is pretty good.
But that being said, I had 7-Eleven pizza in Ellensburg, and it was delicious. And then when I went back to Utah, I was like, oh, 7-Eleven real quick. I'm telling my brother, I'm like, Kyle can do this. I hyped it up. I'm like, dude, this pizza's so good. And then we both
Yeah,
got it.
they
We both
know.
took a bite, and we were like, oh, maybe it's the next bite that counts. And it was like, why does this taste like detergent? Like, this is nasty. I'm like, dude, I swear it was good. I swear.
I'm a sucker for no matter what that is good. Literally everywhere is a barbecue beef burrito from gas stations. Literally good
yeah,
everywhere.
dude.
You
Or
can't,
just a
I've
bean
never,
and cheese burrito, man.
Yeah, I've never had bad like gas station deep fried, barbecue beef burritos.
Stuff
They have,
is
like,
so good.
Yeah, it's no matter what, it's good everywhere. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah,
I think your expectations are pretty low, though. So it's not like, how are they going to fuck it up? If it's just like a solid brick or something, maybe. But
I've had ones that looked fucked up and were still good.
you still eat them.
Yeah.
Looks like a dog turd, but it tastes
Hey,
good.
man, sometimes you just gotta have yourself a good gas station hot dog too.
Yeah.
No.
You see them on
Big
the
bites,
rollers
baby.
as you're walking in. You're like, you know what? I
Yep.
just gotta have one. It's $1.
I'm with
They look
Burns.
like petrified pieces of wood, man.
Yeah.
All the rollers in there.
I'm with Burns. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
You know, sometimes you just need that snack to get you through the day. And
Have you ever had a good breakfast pizza?
I've actually never even heard
Is that
of
even
it.
a thing where you guys are at?
I don't think I've ever had a breakfast
Our gas
pizza.
stations have them here. Like the sauce is gravy, and then you've got like scrambled eggs and bacon and sausage cooked on top of it.
I'm not gonna knock it because I bet you
Sounds
it would.
good.
Oh,
be,
it's amazing.
yeah. But that's
It's amazing.
yeah. Without trying it, it's just like, oh man, actually,
It's good.
So yeah, Jimmy, you're right there with us. Sometimes you just gotta have yourself some gas station food.
Yeah.
I mean, not very often anymore, man. 2 or 3 years ago when I started this
more
whole
man, more
eating
man.
right and doing all the trying to live right more. I mean, there was a time where every day I'd go get a full throttle and a burrito or a piece of pizza.
Double
I mean,
gulp.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there was a time where gas station every day, probably twice a day, I'd hit a gas station and just whatever was on. You know those little cheap 50-cent apple pies?
Yeah.
God, would they have like the outside is like a sugary crust or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a glaze.
Yes, man.
When Hostess went out of business, you know how Hostess went out of business for a little bit?
Yeah.
My dad was like devastated, and he bought 2 packs of like the cherry, or I forget what was one of the flavors of those, because he's like, oh, I'm gonna miss them. Didn't realize that they go bad in like 2 weeks. So he is.
What's
he
your
was eating them for
favorite? What's your
breakfast and
favorite
dinner.
Hostess or whatever thing? Like when you go to a gas station that has the brownies, the moon pies, the fudge rounds. What's your favorite go-to there? The 6-pack of donuts,
The Swiss rolls.
Swiss rolls.
Yeah, Swiss
Yeah.
rolls or Twinkies.
I don't think Hostess is called
Honey Bun
Twinkies?
Swiss
guy.
You eat Twinkies?
What?
You eat Twinkies?
Why wouldn't you?
They're not like they used to be, man. Twinkies are fucking gross.
Kyle said he's you're the apple or the
Honey bun.
honey bun.
Oh, yeah.
Do you go honey bun glazed or you go honey bun with the white icing on the top of it?
Isn't that the same?
No.
Oh no, I go glazed.
You go glazed?
The actual like Hostess brand honey bun.
Yeah.
Like those little chocolate brownies with like the little like M&M looking things on top.
The cosmic brownies?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
Little Miss Debbie, man.
Yes.
Well, that's what
Little Miss
I realized.
Debbie.
Oatmeal cream.
No.
I had to stop getting all this shit. I would sit and eat a whole box of like honey buns, and oatmeal
too.
cream pies.
Oatmeal cream pies,
Oh
the
my
cosmic
God.
brownies.
Dipped in
Or
milk.
what about the little ding dongs that come in the foil wrapper? It's just chocolate with the little round.
We need to
Those
hit
aren't
up
as
Little Miss
good.
Debbie for a sponsorship, man.
I'm going to the
I
gas
need.
station when we get off.
You know what's funny is Little Miss Debbie isn't Hostess Swiss rolls, and we both agreed that Swiss rolls were Hostess. That's how good they are.
Yeah, that's Little
Hostess.
Miss Debbie.
They used to
Debbie's
sell
a
those.
cunt.
But they used to sell those at our school lunches, and they were like 25 or 35 cents. And like the goal of the day was just to find a change throughout so you could get one. That was the best.
Dude, they're
Have you ever
cheap
had
too.
the grandma's cookies? at the gas
Grandma's
station?
cookies are good. Grandma's cookies are good. You gotta warm them up a little bit though.
Mrs. Fields cookies, I think, too.
Yeah, but if you're a listener and you've never had Little Miss Debbie's oatmeal cream pies, go get yourself a pack today. They're delicious. This
You won't
is
be
an
able to eat
this is an
one, though.
unsponsor. They should sponsor us for giving them a shout
Those
out.
are
They're
like,
Right, since
those
we're-
are like the brown ones, right?
it's and
Yeah,
the whole
man.
pack of
Oh.
them are like is like $1.29.
Yeah,
so you're
dip
not setting
that
yourself
shit
back.
in milk. You fucking just nut.
Right in your eyeball.
Eyeball.
Since
Yeah.
we're talking about food, just random. Okay, okay. What's your go-to bag of chips at a gas station?
I've
Oh, that's-
I want to
recently
say gas
been
station. Just go in general.
Okay,
I've
all right.
recently been a fan of the Lay's honey barbecue.
I don't like any Lays.
Or you
So
go
this is
classic
like-
Doritos Cool
Yeah,
Ranch.
Lay's
I mean,
fucking
Doritos,
suck.
that's me.
Cool Ranch. Callie's got me hooked on. She gets these bags of taquitos.
Oh, Takati or Takai's, whatever they're.
Takati, so yeah, something like that. Those things are pretty good. Then you have every flavor of Pringle. There's like
Pringles suck though.
You could get like
It's all about
Bahama
Ruffles.
Mama flavored Pringles now. I mean,
Nah,
it's
the
crazy.
Lay's is where it went off the rails with the flavors because they had
Biscuits
like
and
Parmesan,
gravy.
They had biscuits and gravy, garlic bread, chicken and waffles. And you have to
Yeah.
think there were people in a room who were like, "We need new flavors of chips," and someone was like, "Chicken and waffles."
I've
Excellent
tried
idea.
them all. I tried
Yeah,
them
they
when
taste
they
like
came
the
out.
chicken and waffles one tastes like syrup.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
there
I'm
was
big on salt and vinegar.
I thought
Yeah, like salt
Ruffles
vinegars.
did that. Ruffles did that, not Lay's.
No, well, no, that's the same company.
Oh.
The Ruffles didn't. The ones with the waves, I think they only did one. So it was like you could pick your chip, right? And then at the end, I think you could switch if it was like ruffled chips or the other kind. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like right
I'm
now
huge
I'm
on
looking
salt and
at
vinegar.
loaded bacon cheddar, hot wings, all dressed.
So my chips
What
are gonna be either Cool Ranch. I love those ones. But if I'm like eating something, then like with it, I like to get the Sun Chips, the blue bag Sun Chips.
Oh, Sun Chips.
Ooh,
They got rid of the They got rid of the jalapeno flavor though. That's
Oh, they-
crime.
Actually, gets me these blue corn tortilla chips that are spicy. I don't know what they're called, but they're really good too.
You know what's great? Like just regular nacho cheese or even whatever their other Doritos. Oh, they're
Cool
sweet and
Ranch.
spicy chili and
Oh, yeah.
making
Oh, yeah.
just nachos out of those.
Oh
Huh.
yeah, I'm so fucking hungry right now.
Yeah, this
What
podcast
about
is making me starving.
chili cheese Fritos?
Very good.
So
Yeah, they're
funny,
good.
I just got those the other day because they were in the vending machine at the hospital, and I was like, I miss these chips.
Yeah, there's a lot of good chips. We've literally been talking about. Food
I'm
for
looking. I'm
30
at their
minutes.
site. Did you know that Frito Lay owns Cracker Jack and Grandma's Cookies?
I did
Damn.
not know that.
Well, if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
I'm gonna tell you all the new Pop-Tart flavors.
Yeah. Oh, I used to. So what I would do with Pop Tarts is I would get like the s'mores one, and I would put it. Sometimes I would just do it in the microwave, but doing it in like the toaster oven would be better, and then dipping that shit in milk.
This is
Here's some limited edition Pop-Tart flavors right now.
Burns
Jolly
Mom's pussy,
Rancher-
extra sour.
Jolly Rancher green apple, Jolly Rancher cherry, Jolly Rancher watermelon,
Gross,
chocolate
gross,
mocha,
gross.
vanilla
probably
latte,
Good.
A&W root beer,
Gross. What
crushed
the fuck?
orange.
Gross.
Let's see here.
What the? That's like a candy flavor I would try, not a pop. I guess Pop-Tart could be considered candy, but ugh.
Then you have your regular ones. No,
Yeah.
okay, chocolate chip, chocolate cookie dough, chocolate
Good,
fudge,
good,
chocolate
good,
caramel,
Good.
s'mores.
It's more what we just got here, asshole.
If I gotta pick one, though, I'm probably picking s'mores or strawberry. S'mores. Strawberry.
Okay, fruit.
Everyone,
Blue
why is
raspberry,
it-
blueberry,
Hey,
unfrosted
hold on.
blueberry, cherry,
Good, good,
raspberry,
good,
strawberry,
Good.
Hey, why is everyone sleeping on the cookies and cream flavor?
cinnamon roll, confetti
good.
cupcake, cookies
I like
and
the
cream,
cookies and
red
cream flavor.
velvet,
Good.
s'mores.
S'more what? We just
you
got
like,
here.
You like Pop-Tarts, huh?
Wait, what about the? Isn't there like a cake batter inside with
There
frosting?
is. There's a chocolate chip cookie dough. There's a cookies and cream and a hot fudge sundae as well.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking is hot fudge sundae.
Do you guys eat the outside crust?
Yeah, I ain't
Yes.
soft.
You're not
Burns'
soft?
mom's favorite flavor is cream pie.
You're so funny, Kyle. You're so funny.
Do you guys like Pop-Tarts or toaster strudels more?
Pop-Tarts.
Strudels.
Dude, there's
toaster
nothing
strudels.
better than a strudel heated up with a
Oh,
little
yeah.
icing.
Just the OG raspberry one.
Yes.
Oh my god. Uh-huh.
Stuff is so good.
And then they have their breakfast strudels are pretty good too.
I've had a
I used to be up on that shit.
I haven't had one of those.
This is the Are You Hungry Yet podcast.
We've been talking about food for 30 minutes. All right, we're toward the end. Burns, do you have any life advice?
I don't. Let's do Twitter questions.
Okay, go for it.
Did we tweet something out, or did we?
No, no one asked any. No one
No
asked
one did
anything.
shit, dude.
Well,
No
My
one did
cousin.
anything.
Okay, well, my cousin asked. He asked me, and this might get a little heated. I don't know, but he wanted to know if we had to remove, so each of us get a choice to remove one of us from the show.
You're so
And-
full of shit. You make
No,
this
he really
up.
did. He really did ask me this.
Uh-huh.
His
uh-huh.
cousin does listen to the show.
I
What's up,
love
Zach?
all of you equally, and I would never remove any of you.
So you get to remove one of us and add anybody in the world
Whoa.
to the podcast. Not just
That's a good
like
question.
a fucking low YouTuber thinks they're way cooler than fucking the world. Anybody in the world. Anybody.
Shout out to the low YouTubers who just got shit on right there.
I didn't
Anyone
mean
in the
like
world.
low. I meant like any YouTuber
I know.
that just thinks they're super fucking like cool.
I'm going to remove Colby, and we're going to add. I say we just add Barack Obama, former president. He'd bring in the views, right?
That's who you'd fucking add.
We're adding the views to the show.
All right,
That's who you would pick to get the views.
I'm going to take... He's got 80 million Twitter followers.
Yeah,
What
dude.
about
We're
Mark
bringing-
Wahlberg or something, dog?
Oh, I love Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. I'm gonna take one for the team. I want you guys to have great lives, so I'm going to remove myself, and I'm going to add Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, great.
Why her?
Jimmy's just trolling us, man.
Why is she like just the woman version of you?
Oh yeah, Kyle, you would last 30 seconds before you would just call her a fat bitch.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Colby?
I would. I'm trying to. I don't want to just say like The Rock to bring on. I'm trying to think of something cool. Okay, I'll kick off. This is hard, man. I'm gonna go wild card here. I'm gonna kick off Kyle and add Justin Bieber,
Woo! Holy shit balls!
and then add Justin Bieber.
Did not see that one coming.
Well, here's the thing. I think that it would. I don't know. I just want to switch it up because everyone was probably expecting me to pick Jimmy or Burns. But yeah, add Bieber on there
100%.
for the kind of same reason why Burns is adding Obama, a lot of followers, and I think it
You
would
want
be
a bunch
pretty
of
easy.
12-year-old girls that listen to your podcast?
Hey,
Dude, those
if they're
12-year-olds are 16 now, man. They're
views
getting
are
up there.
views.
Yeah,
Listens are listens.
and you know that guy could have a story for every episode.
I would replace all you guys with Helen Keller.
Oh,
And it would literally just be me there, and it'd be all about me. Because she ain't hearing shit I'm saying, so she ain't talking. And
You know
people
who
would
the
show up because they'd be like, "Hey, Helen Keller's there," so
she came back from the dead.
I get to boost my viewability, and it's just me basically talking all by myself. But the people are still gonna listen because they just know that Helen Keller's like fucking lurking in the silence.
Can we do the same question? We don't have to remove anybody, but can we all say, like, so we'll have a 5-person podcast and we have to pick the worst person we could add? Like, I can start with right off the top of my head, Stephen A. Smith. Like us four and Stephen A. Smith on a podcast, because the trending video today is Stephen A. Smith has gotten every finals prediction wrong since 2011.
Who'd he pick?
Well,
he's the other team.
Yeah, he's picked this year. I don't know if he's.
No, I meant
How
for
can you
this
not
year.
pick the Warriors and
Let
the
me see.
Cavs to be in the
Hold on,
finals?
let me see. It's right here.
No,
Let me
not
go
to
the-
to pick the winner of the finals. So
Oh.
he picked the Warriors last year. I hope he picks the Warriors this year.
Oh, he hasn't picked this year's yet.
Yeah, I would just pick like I think the only thing about being annoying with him being on the show is like he would never he would never feel like he was wrong about anything. Like, and I don't like those type of people because you can't like beat them in an argument. You know, it's like no matter what you say, they're gonna still feel like they got the upper hand. And,
Oh yeah, like a
you
Skip
know,
Bayless.
so it's
dude.
like impossible to actually like hurt their feelings. Which, yeah.
The worst person that I think we could add is Daddy03. Let's bring him on.
Oh, he's back. He's tweeting
I
there.
know he's back.
pushing his Facebook fan page.
We should
Daddy
bring him on
of
as,
three.
we
I
should
already
have him on,
predicted he'll have videos up soon.
we should have him on as a guest.
He has to have videos on soon. How is he gonna get money?
Is he?
Oh.
So I
He's
think
gonna
it'd be
get
cool
more
to get
kids?
like some just complete cunt like social justice warrior like
Milo,
like
whatever.
her,
his name
her
is.
verse. Isn't that a dude?
Oh, I don't know. I don't assume his gender.
Yeah, no, I want
Milo
I
Milo
want
is
a
the guy
female.
who is against him.
a female that we could just fucking argue with, and like she can't leave she has to.
That would
stay.
actually make the show quite entertaining. We should reach out to one.
Yeah, we should.
We should reach out to that one that got
That one
really
that
mad
we
at
got
us.
in
The
the
streamer
argument on Twitter about
yeah,
boobs.
the streamer girl.
That fucking girl.
Isn't
We
it
should
crazy
bring-
how
we-
fast that disappeared? Like that was like the highlight of her life. Like, oh, I'm going
That should be a new segment. Bring on someone that we absolutely disagree with and despise, and just let Kyle berate them.
No, let's
Yeah.
get her. Let's seriously get her on the show because I forgot about her. She was a complete fucking cunt, and all she wanted to do was to like
debate you.
debate and cause like drama. You know, she didn't like. I told her like exactly like what we said about it and everything. Like, hey, I posted the video. I clearly stated like you didn't or something. Not it wasn't an apology, but I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She's like, let's debate, and she just like
At
dragged.
Keemstar,
she just,
at Keemstar, at Keemstar. She kept doing.
yeah. Let's get that come on. I don't remember what her name is.
Casey
Wasn't
Tron.
that when you don't tweet at all, Kyle? Didn't you just like somehow get stuck into some Twitter argument? Like your name was attached to it for no reason.
It was my fault. I meant the post, and then Kyle posted it, so that she drug him on there.
Yeah, because it was on the. It was on.
I didn't-
Yeah, I made the mistake of attaching to a tweet on that too.
Jimmy hopped on too. That was funny.
Yeah.
and
Wait,
then
Jimmy,
a bunch
who's
of
your worst
lesbian
person?
girls hopped on there.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Bunch of
lot of
fucking
stuff.
sizzy pussy fuckers.
Worst person to put on the podcast?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Also, my answer would be Helen Keller would be a terrible person
That would be
and a
bad
great
choice.
person.
I would go with
The president of the Philippines.
FouseyTube.
Oh,
Oh, that would. Yeah,
Did
that
you
would.
see what he did yesterday? He put up a video. He's going homeless.
yeah. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
No, he's going homeless. He's selling all of
Yeah,
his
he's freezing
stuff to
all
go
of his
around.
assets, selling
just-
all of his stuff, and he's
He's
just
gonna go live at other YouTubers'
live
houses
at other YouTubers' houses and travel the world with no
for
money.
a year.
Cool,
But
dude.
He
You
just
get-
wants to grow in love.
You get more clicks when you're right. I'm going homeless rather than I'm selling all my assets and moving in with YouTubers.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That dude's like the epitome of like, get the fuck over it, like YouTuber. You know, like That's like everything I hate with like YouTube. Like I'll never like look at myself and be like, I'm so fucking cool. Like I'm a YouTube, you know, like it's not that cool, dude. And he's just totally just one of those dudes that soaks every little piece of it in. Like I would never show up to an event and be like, hey, are you a fan of me? Like, you know, like I even feel awkward just calling people that watch. I always call them like, what do I say? I don't call them fans. I call them like content. Like, oh, he watches my content. You know, like I just feel weird saying like, you guys are my fans. Like, but he's like the number one fucking queer that's like, that I can think of. He like goes to events and be like, where are my fans at? You know, like shut the fuck up, dude. You're a fucking clown. But yeah. That's how
it's an interesting dynamic where like so I saw a preview the other day for the Logan Paul dude's show on my TV, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like I know he had a TV show, but like they put a commercial on. I was pretty upset about that. So then I just typed him in to see what he was doing. Dude had the #1 song on iTunes and the #1 trending video on YouTube. I didn't know he was a singer. I don't think he just can whatever he wanted to do because he can. Oh, I got so many fans. Like I'm worth way more than this, and he's put out a song. Like it's just ridiculous these days. Get off my TV.
Get the Cash Me Outside girl on.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. No, she's too expensive.
She's too famous.
Yeah, she's too expensive, man. She's like $75,000 to show up for a tour.
Seriously?
Yeah, and then they release like her the rider like whatever like she has to have to go to your city.
Dude, she's ridiculous. She's not promoting us by coming on the show. We're promoting her. We don't have to pay her shit.
Hey, we're the one that me and Colby were behind her virality.
That's a very good point.
You should ask for a cut of her earnings.
Yeah, you need a royalty in perpetuity.
Fuck that cunt.
That's it. We made it.
I literally just said fuck that cunt about a 13-year-old.
Hey, this wrap-up is dedicated to everyone that says that the wrap-ups are getting shorter and stupider. Hey, you know, I don't control that. I don't ever plan what's going to happen on these things until it happens, and this is today's. I got the sickest flow, I do this shit intentional. A couple verbs, a couple lines, no period, that's menstrual flow. And people say my rap's on life support, I got no lifelines. I'm running out of content and I'm running out of good lines. I should give it up, this shit is stupid like a rerun. Like watching the same porn 2 times, it's just a waste of pre-cum. Particularly, I don't rap out insecurity, but haters under my skin like an itch or immaturity. And then I remember 41 shows ago, no one's heard of me. So take your salty ass to a new show, flip a bird or 3. I'll take a burger, please. I wrote this all up in a drive-thru. Your favorite rapper spending days on tracks, I'm riding haikus. Now I'm eating high chews in a high chair with some nice hair, salty watching through them windows. See that I stare, then your girlie's walking over, takes her hand up off her shoulder, says you're cool but this dude's colder. Now I'm hot, yeah I'm melting, fired up like Gavin Belson. Took her to the back, we smashing, no more time for romance and double down on lucky ladies. Split those 8s but just who's asking. Got the master pass to smash the mass, I'm credit card can pay for that. And snitches getting stitches, back on the attack. Delete the camera footage and destroy all of the hard drives. Invest all your money Bitcoin and it's called taking the high dive. Trading high fives for a nickel, make the plan, I'm Tommy Pickles. Make the splash, you just the ripples. Licking nipples, odd or even quarterback, just like I'm Willie Beeman. Scoring touchdowns like I'm Freeman. Oh man, I just ran out of breath there. But see, this is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, if there's time to do something, you just do it. I started with some ideas I wrote down in the drive-thru. I turned the mic on and I let it go and I let it flow. And if people are not going to be happy with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend.
Yep, be safe.
I'm getting fucked up, getting camping, lighting fires. I don't know, riding little dirt bikes. I don't fucking know.
You just said what you were doing.
But I also said I don't know what I'm doing. So how the fuck am I supposed to say what I'm doing when I literally don't know?
You just need to let it sink in that your best friend kicked you off the podcast. He'd have you going.
Hey, no one ever mentioned this, but no one wanted to kick me off, so I am safe.
Me either. Birds,
just
we're
by
good.
you being
No,
here,
Jimmy,
it's-
you kicked yourself off, Jimmy.
Yeah, you
Oh,
kicked
yeah.
yourself off.
Well, just by
Fucking
Burns
retard.
being here, he's actually not here because he says like 3 words a damn episode. So what the
Someone
why would
got
he
mad
kick
at
you
us.
off?
Someone got mad at us for not listening to Burns enough. That was one of the tweets.
Oh,
It said
he's not
Burns-
aggressive enough. He doesn't. He like earlier. He's like, "May I tell you guys about this president?" You gotta get in there. You gotta be bullish, man.
Just give a really hard N word. That makes you feel a little aggressive. Just there's just power behind it.
That's it. I'm out. Going to the gas station. Bye.
All right, I got a shit.
I'm gonna
Bye.
get a burrito.
Burrito.
Gas station hot dog sounds delicious
What would
right
a
now.
burrito, a feminine voice for a burrito would be? A burrito.
Ooh, it would be a burrito.
Burrito.
Ooh, hey, what about this,
Burrito.
dude? You're at a Mexican restaurant. You get a burrito with a margarita.
Ooh,
Ooh, delicious.
with some with some pussy juice.
Also, spoiler alert, Jimmy Dish Track Part 2 coming soon. Just kidding. Just go 100%.
No, we
kidding.
haven't done part 1 on that little guy. I got some sick lines ready to go though. All right, I got a shit. I'm stopping.
Bye.
This. Bye.